This book is a community project by Buds Organics, and it's called Where on Earth is the Environment? Hello, my name is Sophie, and I want to tell you about the day I found something really big. I want to tell you about the day I found the environment. Environment. It's a huge word, isn't it? Teacher said we should look after the environment. The lady on TV said we should keep it clean. And Daddy always says we must do our bit for it. That's all very good if you actually know what it is or where to find it. Oh, it's all around you, Daddy said last night, like that's really going to help clear things up. So I woke up this morning and decided that this was the day I will find the environment. The first person I asked was Mummy, because she's the best finder in the house. But Mummy was too busy to help me find the environment. Mummy was washing up the breakfast dishes, and the sink was full of shiny soapy bubbles. I reached out to pop one and wondered, where do the bubbles end up after we unplug the sink? Perhaps Daddy would know. But Daddy was in a mad rush. No time, my love. Mr. Singh is waiting for me in his car. Why aren't you driving your own car to work today? I asked. We don't always need to drive our own car to work. It's better to share when we can. It's called carpooling, Sophie. It's better for the environment, Daddy replied. This was getting more confusing. So, with no one to help me, I decided to try looking in the garden. Environment, I called out. Come out, wherever you are. But it is out here already, chirped a little voice. I turned around to find a little yellow bird chirping to me from the tree branch. Where, little bird? I asked with excitement. The environment is the air around us and the sky above us, said the little bird. When the air is clean, everyone breathes well. The sky is clear, the weather is just right, and all of us, animals, plants, people, can be healthy. But your people, they are harming the environment. Cars, factories, and power plants put out a gas called carbon dioxide into the air. Too much of this makes the air bad for us. More importantly, it makes our planet warmer. This is called global warming. But it's not just the air, a little voice said from down below. Oh, hello, little Earthworm, I said. What do you mean? The environment is also the land and everything that is on it and even underground, little Earthworm said. When the land is good, the trees grow tall in the forests and animals have a safe place to live. Trees also help to clean the air, you know. They take in the carbon dioxide gas that cars and factories put out and use it to make food for themselves. Then, the trees give out a different gas called oxygen that we need for breathing. Clever, aren't they? But when people cut down too many trees, animals lose their homes and the air is less clean. Where does your rubbish go to? Have you ever thought of that? Rubbish that cannot be recycled gets taken to a landfill. This is a place where the rubbish is buried in the land. When the landfill is full, more land needs to be found to make more and more and more and more and more and more and more landfills. If people keep throwing stuff away, they will run out of land to bury the rubbish. Excuse me, a little voice called from the pond. "Oh, hello, little fish," I said. Little fish asked, "Shouldn't the environment also be water?" Bird, worm, and I looked at one another, and we all agreed that little fish was right. The environment is also water. When the water in the environment is clean, we all have clean water to drink and wash. Plants and animals that live in the water stay healthy and strong. But sometimes, nasty stuff that is let out of factories, farms, and even our own kitchen drains can end up in the rivers and oceans. Fish and water plants can get sick, and so can people if it gets into the drinking water. Soon it was time for me to go back indoors. "Thank you, thank you, thank you," I said to each of my new friends and hurried in for my afternoon tea. When Daddy came home, I ran to him shouting, "Daddy, I found it! I found the environment!" Daddy scooped me into his arms and said, "I knew you would, my clever little girl." And I told Daddy, "It's the air and the land. And oh, it's the water too. And it's all around us." Daddy finished, and we had a good laugh. I didn't stop thinking about what my little animal friends told me. I wanted to take care of the environment. But the environment was so big. And I was so little. What was I to do? Daddy said, "That's why it's important for all of us to pitch in and do our bit. You may be a little child, but there are still many things you can do to help. Why don't we start by making a list of all the things we can do as a family to help the environment?" And so we sat under our favorite tree in the garden and began to make a list. So Sophie and her daddy made their list. How about you try to make your own list too? Happy Earth Day.